Hey everybody, how we doing? Welcome to the fall 2022 semester. I am super excited to get this semester started, and I just wanted to take a little bit of time and introduce myself to you. I know that as an online class, sometimes it feels like you're disconnected, that you have this name, but you don't have a face or know anything about them, and you just kind of send emails back and forth. And so I wanted to take a few minutes and just kind of talk to you a little bit about who I am. I know that one of your first assignments is to post on the discussion board an introduction to yourself. So we get to learn a little bit about you, but how about we learn a little bit about me? And so we'll start with Meet Old Man Wells, which is a nickname that some of my old students gave me years and years ago, probably about 25 years ago. And so, it kind of stuck with me. And I've just kind of kept it up and I've kind of leaned into it a little bit, right? So a little bit about me. I graduated from University of Southern Indiana down in Evansville. I did that in '93 with a bachelor's in English, Communications, and Education. And then I went back and got my master's degree in 2000. And all of my degrees have come from USI, and it's a great school. I really enjoyed everything about it. And I especially love the fact that it just kept growing, right? Like it was getting big when I went there, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. I always laugh because like so many things in this picture weren't there when I was there. This building, this overpass, this building, none of that stuff was there. So it is just awesome to see that school continue to grow. My first teaching job was in Sparta, Illinois. My first teaching job, I took that in '93, the fall of '93. My classroom was this window right over here, up on this top floor in this back building here. This was a nice starter school. I was there for 4 years, and I taught English and supervised the student newspaper there. Fun fact: these stairs emptied out onto a street, and then there was a street that ended up right here, almost dead ended into this kind of circle. And I lived three houses down. So, like, if I was ever home during the school day, for whatever reason, I could still hear the bells. So it's like I never left. My second teaching job was at Mater Dei in Evansville. I was there for 8 years, and I taught English and did the yearbook in the newspaper there. I was also on the technology committee there and was involved in a lot of different activities and things there. So it was a really nice school. It was a great place for me to really kind of expand and kind of work on my craft a little bit. And then I moved to Wrights High School in Evansville, and I've been there ever since. This is my 30th year teaching high school English, and this will be my let's see here. So I started in 2000. So this will be my 23rd year teaching at the college level. So, fun fact again, my old classroom used to be right here. This was my old classroom. Now I'm on the other side of the building. And I actually took this picture. And a lot of times, if you Google search the school, this is one of the pictures that pops up a lot of times. And I took it. So I'm kind of like internet famous or something, right? I started at Ivy Tech in 2000 when I finished my master's degree. And originally, I was teaching extension classes. So I was actually teaching English comp classes for Vincennes University at Ivy Tech. And many of those classes in the first couple, 3 years were off campus. So I was in a different place. I was in in different buildings all over town and stuff like that. Ever since then, I've taught face to face. I've taught online there. I've done Comp 1, Comp 2. I've done the basic skills classes. I've done the tutoring. I've also done a couple of the literature classes there. So I've been kind of all over the place there a little bit. I also used to teach English composition at the University of Southern Indiana, or USI. I did that from right after 2000 up until probably about 7 or 8 years ago, and then I moved over to communications. And I taught speech, introduction to speech, or introduction to public speaking on campus. I did that for 3 years, 4 years, and now I teach the dual credit speech class at Wrights for USI. So my speech class at the high school level can get a college credit through USI. So that's a little bit about my educational career, my educational background. Some other things about me. I was formerly a Google certified trainer. The pandemic kind of put a lot of that on hold and everything. But what that really means for you is that I'm really comfortable in the technology and online environment. Those tools do not scare me. I am generally very aware of some of those things, and I'm willing to try some of those new things. So this teaching of an online course is just kind of a general extension of that. And This slide, maybe I probably need to change this slide because up through last year, I figured I had eaten somewhere around 7,000 school lunches from as a student up through 29 years of education. I probably ate somewhere around 7,000 school lunches. Unfortunately, my schedule has changed this year, and so I don't really get to go down to the cafeteria and eat school lunches as much anymore. So I think my streak might be over with. But what it really goes to show is that, I have always spent my life in education. I've always spent my life in schools. It's the thing I know, and it's the place I'm very comfortable with. And the fact that, I've kind of dedicated myself to that, not just the lunches, but, really my life and being around schools and in schools this whole time. It just says a lot about me, I think. A few other things about me. I'm a big NASCAR fan. My buddies and I, we like going to football games and NASCAR races and IndyCar races, and we do a lot of different things, sporting events together like that. As you can tell, I'm a Kyle Busch fan. I like a guy who drives with his elbows out. I know that that's probably a unpopular take with some people. You either love him or you hate him. Before that, I was a Tony Stewart fan until he retired, and before that, I was a Robbie Gordon fan. If any of you are race fans and you kind of recognize that lineage and the type of drivers that I've always been drawn to. But me and my buddies, we've been to Bristol, Martinsville, and Indy, and Talladega, and several races, and we are glad that we're kind of excited to get back into doing some of those things again. I'm also I love music. I listen to all kinds of music. I grew up in the '80s, so '80s hair band and '80s old school hip hop. I do like that. I listen to pretty much everything. My go-to is country. I tend to gravitate to country, and one of my favorites, and I got a lot of like country artists that I really like right now. But probably one of my all-time favorites right now is Kenny Chesney. Really enjoy him. I kind of envision him becoming the next Jimmy Buffett. I think that he's got that Gulf kind of Caribbean sound, and that he's just going to play that island music, right? And he's going to be that next kind of Jimmy Buffett type artist. I have seen Kenny Chesney in concert 5 times. My wife has seen him in concert like 8 or 9 times, and her sister has seen him like 16 times. So we're big fans. We do like going to his concerts. We unfortunately haven't been in a few years, but we hope to get back to that here pretty soon too. Some other things about me, again, I listen to everything, and I do, listen to bubblegum pop. I do listen to a lot of that. Carly Rae Jepsen, Katy Perry, a lot of that. I really do like it, and I do have to admit the fact that I am a Swiftie. Yes, I am, and I do enjoy that. My daughter, I converted her to a Swiftie. I took her to a concert. I took her to the Reputation concert, Reputation tour. So I made her a Swiftie as well. And Last school year, I started every class with the Taylor Swift song of the day. So that was kind of a big thing that was a big thing for us. But yeah, that's kind of a little bit about me. My family. This is my oldest son, Noah. And this is a kind of an older picture of him. He was working at a garage. He now works at the Toyota plant up in Princeton. And these are my other 3 kids. My daughter in the middle, she's a sophomore in high school. She is getting ready to learn how to drive, or she has started the process of learning to drive. And then the other 2 are my twins, Landon and Lila, and they are 11 and they're in 5th grade. So they all keep me keep me young and keep me moving and stuff. So I just want to kind of wrap up and just say, welcome to class. I hope you have a great semester. I know it's hard because it's quick, it's fast, it's 8 weeks, it goes right. I get that. But I just want to end with, here's my contact information and just ask you to reach out. Like when you need something, don't suffer in silence. Make sure you're reaching out. Make sure you're emailing me. You're sending me that message. You're reaching out and saying, hey, this is what I need. I can't help you if I don't know what you need. And, again, a face to face class, we would only meet once a week. but I would have that chance to say, hey, how are we doing? Where are you at? Where are you at? And I could kind of touch base with people a little bit. In online class, we have a lot more, you know, we don't ever see each other, or we most likely won't ever meet physically. But you do have a lot more access. Like, you can constantly sending those messages. And so I want you to take advantage of that. I want you to reach out if you need something. There you see my email address, jdwells@ivytech.edu. Notice the D, because there was a J Wells in the system. Was up in Columbus. I probably ought to check to see if they're still around or not. And then there's my phone number, 812-449-3955. The best way for you to reach me is through email, because I live a pretty crazy full life right now. Kids in different activities in school, and bouncing around in different places. So I'm a lot of different places, a lot of different times. Email is the best way to reach me, because then I can kind of answer that email in between things, right? If that doesn't work, then you can text me at that phone number. That will get to me, and again, I can answer that email at a time that's appropriate. I don't generally answer my phone during the school day or during those normal school hours, 7 to 3. So a phone message may not get to me as quickly. I can check my messages and fire off a message in between classes or something. So those are the best ways to get a hold of me. But please make sure you are reaching out for me. Guys, I hope you have a great semester. I am looking forward to the great things that you can do, and hope to see you really expand and learn some things this semester. I know that we have a lot of good things planned out for you, and I can't wait to see what you do. Good luck, everybody.